You are alone. The screen is the only light in the room. Your breath is slow. You didn't click this video by accident. Why do you feel empty after the rush fades? Why does a spark of motivation always burn out before the work is done? Why do you already know the answer, yet still look for an easier one? This is not another feel-good talk. This is not a list of hacks. This is a mirror held in the dark. If you stay until the end, something inside you will shift forever. Most men live loud lives that end in silence. They chase noise, notifications, applause, quick wins, instant pleasure. They wake up one day and realize the years have slipped away like water through open fingers. They are surrounded by people, yet completely alone. They have everything modern life promised, and nothing that matters. Look around you. The world is engineered to keep you weak. Endless feeds designed to steal your focus. Algorithms that reward outrage and envy. Advertisements that sell you a better version of yourself in exchange for your attention, your time, your soul. Comfort is delivered to your door in minutes. Pain is avoided at all costs. And so strength atrophies. Will erodes. The mind becomes soft, scattered, addicted to the next hit of validation. Most people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack the capacity to sit alone with their own emptiness and do what must be done anyway. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for permission. And while they wait, life passes. But there was once a different way. A forgotten path walked by men who understood that true power is forged in silence, carved by discipline, tempered in solitude. They did not speak of their strength. They simply became it. These men rose before dawn, when the world was still asleep. They moved with purpose while others dreamed. They trained their bodies and minds not for praise, but because the alternative was unacceptable. They learned to sit with discomfort until it became familiar. They learned to command their emotions instead of being commanded by them. They walked alone, not because they hated company, but because they refused to be shaped by anyone weaker than their vision. This path still exists. It has always existed. It is narrow. It is cold. It is unforgiving. But it leads to a place motivation can never reach. Let us walk it now. First, understand the power of silence. The loudest man in the room is rarely the strongest. He speaks to fill the void inside himself. He needs the echo of his own voice to feel real. But the silent man, he is dangerous. He watches. He listens. He observes the patterns others miss because they are too busy performing. Every word he chooses to speak carries weight because he has already weighed it 10 times in his mind. His silence is not absence. It is presence. Full, heavy, unmoved. Imagine a lone figure standing on a mountain ridge at dawn. The wind howls around him. Below, a village stays with chatter and haste. He does not move. He breathes slowly. He feels the cold bite his skin, and he welcomes it. He is not waiting for the sun to warm him. He is training himself to need nothing external. When he finally descends hours later, the villagers sense something different about him. They cannot name it, but they step aside without knowing why. That is the power of silence. Another man sits alone in a bare room. No phone, no music, no distraction. His thoughts scream at first. Memories of failure, fears of the future, desires he cannot control. Most men would run from this room. They would open an app, call a friend, pour a drink, anything to escape themselves. But this man stays. He watches the storm inside his mind without flinching. He does not fight the thoughts. He does not feed them. He simply observes. Over weeks, the storm weakens. Over months, it obeys. He has become the master of his inner world. When he finally speaks, his voice is low and steady. People listen not because he is loud, but because he has nothing left to prove. Silence is where discipline is born. Because motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes like weather. One day the sky is clear and you feel invincible. The next day clouds roll in, and you cannot get out of bed. If you build your life on motivation, you build on sand. Discipline is different. Discipline is a decision made once and on it every day after. Discipline does not ask how you feel. It asks only one question. Did you do what you said you would do? When you choose discipline, you begin to shape your identity. You stop being the man who tries. You become the man who does. Every cold shower taken when you wanted to stay warm. Every workout completed when your body begged to stop. Every hour of deep work when the world screamed for your attention. Each act carves you deeper into the man you decided to become. At first it hurts. The mind resists. It offers 1,000 excuses dressed as wisdom. Just this once. You deserve a break. Tomorrow will be better. But if you push through the resistance once, twice, 100 times, something changes. The resistance weakens. The excuses lose their power. You begin to trust yourself. And self-trust is the rarest currency in the modern world. Discipline creates momentum. One disciplined day leads to another. Small wins compound into transformation. The body hardens. The mind sharpens. The spirit strengthens. You look in the mirror one day and do not recognize the man staring back, because he is no longer weak. Now understand solitude. Most men fear being alone. They surround themselves with noise because silence forces them to face what they have become. They mistake loneliness for solitude. Loneliness is the pain of needing others to feel whole. Solitude is the power of being complete within yourself. In solitude, you meet your true self, not the version you show the world, not the mask you wear for approval, the raw, unfiltered core. At first, it is uncomfortable. You see the flaws, the regrets, the wasted potential. But if you stay long enough, you also see the strength that has always been there, waiting. A man walks into the forest alone. No map, no companion, only the clothes on his back and the blade at his side. The first night is brutal. The darkness presses in. Every sound feels like threat. His mind races with fears of what might happen. But he builds a small fire and sits beside it. He breathes. He listens. By the third day, the forest no longer feels hostile. It feels like home. He moves with quiet certainty. He notices details he would have missed in company, the way the light filters through leaves, the rhythm of his own heartbeat. When he returns to the village weeks later, his eyes are different, calmer, deeper. He has learned that he needs no one to survive. And in that realization, he becomes someone others need. Solitude transforms your inner dialogue. In the company of weak men, your mind adopts their language of complaint and excuse. In solitude, you speak to yourself as a commander speaks to a soldier. Clear, firm, uncompromising. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop entertaining mediocrity. You demand more, because you now know you are capable of more. This is the foundation of emotional mastery. Most men are slaves to their emotions. Anger explodes and destroys what took years to build. Fear paralyzes and prevents the first step. Desire consumes and leads to ruin. Ego blinds and invites humiliation. The disciplined man feels all these things. He is not dead inside. He simply refuses to be ruled by them. When anger rises, he notices it like a wave in the ocean. He does not suppress it. He does not indulge it. He lets it pass through him without acting. In that space between feeling and action lies his power. When fear whispers that he will fail, he acknowledges the voice. Then he acts anyway. Each time he does, the voice grows quieter. When desire pulls him toward instant gratification, he pauses. He asks, will this make me stronger tomorrow? If the answer is no, he walks away. The temporary pain of denial is nothing compared to the permanent pain of regret. When ego demands recognition, he smiles inwardly. He knows true strength needs no audience. Step by step, he trains his mind like a muscle. He exposes himself to small discomforts daily. Cold water, hard workouts, difficult conversations, silence when he wants to speak. Each exposure builds resilience. Each choice strengthens the neural pathways of control. Over time, he becomes unbreakable. Not because nothing hurts him, but because pain no longer dictates his actions. He welcomes struggle as a teacher. When the body screams to stop, he pushes one more repetition. When the mind begs for escape, he stays in the fire. He understands that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Every great thing ever built required someone to endure when others quit. He learns to remain calm in chaos. While others panic, he breathes. While others react, he assesses. While others scatter, he stands firm. In crisis, people look to him without knowing why. Over months and years, his physique becomes a physical manifestation of his inner resolve. People ask his secret. He smiles. There is no secret, only daily choices no one sees. In relationships, most men seek partners to complete them. They become needy. They compromise their standards of connection. They lose themselves to keep someone else. The disciplined man is already complete. He chooses a partner who elevates him, not one he needs to survive. He leads with quiet strength. He communicates directly. He does not chase. He does not beg. He does not play games. His boundaries are clear and kind. His presence is steady. Women sense this depth and are drawn to it, not because he performs, but because he is. He loves deeply, but never from lack. He walks away when necessary, not from anger, but from self-respect. This is a life discipline builds. Not loud, not flashy, but unbreakable. Now feel the final awakening. You have listened this far. That means something inside you is already stirring. The old version of you, the one who waited for motivation, who feared silence, who avoided pain, is dying. A new man is being born. He does not need permission. He does not need applause. He does not need company on the path. He walks alone, not because he is lonely, but because the destination requires it. You will lose friends who cannot match your growth. You will outgrow habits that once comforted you. You will spend hours in silence that others call wasted. You will endure pain that others avoid. And in that forging, you will become something rare. A man who cannot be bought. A man who cannot be broken. A man who commands respect without demanding it. A man who lives by his own code. The world will try to pull you back. It will offer comfort. It will offer distraction. It will offer approval if you just soften a little. Do not listen. Remember the mountain ridge at dawn. Remember the forest at night. Remember the fire you sat beside alone. That strength is still inside you. It has always been there. Now rise. Close this video. Turn off the lights. Sit in the dark. Feel the silence. And make the decision. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now. The path is waiting. It always has been. Walk it. It turns. Remember this moment. Remember the man you decided to become. You are no longer waiting. You are walking.